All the disrespect, the free play, better button check. Button check.
What up, Button Check fam? We are back with them extra set of buttons, them Button Check Unplugged. By the way, the second channel that's coming, I don't know if I'm gonna name it Button Check Unplugged, but it's coming next week. And we're gonna start throwing extra videos like this on that channel. Anyway, let's get to this topic because we have to talk about it. This is the second episode of the day, by the way. So we have CEO action going on this weekend. I covered a little bit earlier today, and I didn't expect to cover anything else until tomorrow as far as CEO. But then this happened, and how could I not? So this was very unexpected. I actually saw a clip, and I thought it was hilarious, as did a lot of other people. So let's do this first. Let's go ahead and watch the clip so we can see just exactly what the hell we're looking at, and you guys make the judge. I want you to tell me, be honest with yourself, was this guy going too far? Or was it something that was needed? It's something that just screamed FGC because there was something that happened in result of this. We'll unpack it right now, but check this out. Bandai actually posted this. Bandai Esports, their, what do you call it? The account on Twitter right here is saying, he came, he conquered, he said ultra soft. Dr. Doom making a statement, the Latveria is not free in Tekken. Check out the clip, here's the clip. Let me put some audio on this, here we go, check this out, y'all.
He able to land. Oh, he's trying to jump. It could be over. That's it. It was enough. Joe Budden.
Bilal goes down. What a set between those two. Joe Budden.
That was crazy.
Pushing them buttons and getting that win. That was sick. That was crazy.
I mean, that was a big upset.
So Khan and Bilal are now
ultra soft.
Charming. What is he doing? There's no free ads here. Dude.
Ultra soft. My man brought the damn toilet paper, and then the comments is reacting. There's more to it. That's not it. There's more to it because apparently he takes the ultra soft and he tosses it at the commentators while they're talking. Now I notice how I said tossed it. I don't think he threw it because of the way it looks. We're gonna check that out right now. Hold you tight. But some people are saying get it straight. It's not Dr. Doom. It's MF Doom right here. Excuse me. That's MF Doom. Bandai Namco. They say no disrespect intended to Doom. That's Doom with all caps. Make sure y'all spell his name right. Bro acting like the villain or the mad villain farm. Let's see. They mad at this one. Meat Court is not fucking around. Is it true that you guys DQ'd him? Hold on. Underneath that, somebody says, we miss, or W, missing people disrespect their opponent in a safe way with no violence. Okay, just keep that in mind. But right here, is it true that you guys DQ'd him? Now, continuing on, I was like, wait, was there a DQ? There's no way that this guy got DQ'd, right? That wouldn't make any sense. Just simply dressing like MF Doom, showing some fucking toilet paper. Like, how does that work, right? But then I continue on. I actually see one of the commentators that the toilet paper was tossed to, Mr. Mark Julio. He posts this saying, MF Doom came backstage and tried to throw the ultra soft at me and Spooky laughed my ass off. So at that point, I'm thinking, okay, it happened before I even saw the video. I still don't think about a DQ though, because even Mark Julio is laughing right there. He's like, laugh my ass off, right? He tried to throw some damn toilet paper at us. But there's a clip. Let's go ahead and check out this damn clip right here. So shout out to, let me go ahead and pull up the profile right here. Shout out to Moonsault Slayer just posted this video on his channel like 2 hours ago. It's about 8 minutes long. So we're going to check out some clips. I'm just going to skip through it so you guys get the gist of it, right? You make the call. Let's go. Come on, check this out.
Situation that happened at CEO, and it revolves around this guy here dressed in the Dr. Doom cosplay. This guy is quickly making a name for themselves. Some people would say toxic. Some people would say, bro just has a lot of passion. This is what the FGC is all about. I'll let you guys decide. So at Combo Breaker 2025, it was basically a very normal match. The guy played Claudio. He played very, very,
okay,
very
so this
well.
was earlier this year.
I was thinking if they do a Team US versus Team EU, this guy should most certainly be a part of the team because his skill is quite magnificent. But he plays Claudio and he does serious work with the character. But then as you see here, he's beating the Oscar player. But then if I skip ahead a little bit, you will see what he does when he pops off. I'll unmute it so you can hear my live reaction.
For you, unfortunately, it was Doomsday. You are but
Hold on with that shit. I didn't see that. Let's go back. Hold on. Oh my God, that was hilarious. I didn't see that clip.
Doom's the crash out. Doom's the crash out is what I say. This guy, after beating his opponent for no reason, he wins, right? He wins, destroys his opponent, Asuka, and then he stands up and flips off the camera. And if you hear what Markman is saying in the background, don't do that, right? Markman's trying to keep the peace. He's trying to make sure that the business can keep running, right? Ooh. So this was my first introduction to the Doom player was this crazy pop-off. I've never seen a pop-off like
that. Oh, okay. It makes more sense to me now if he was DQ'd, because Markman was there and he was also the one that got the toilet paper tossed at him. So maybe now he's like, this fucking guy's wilding out. I gotta do something to let him know. Maybe that's why, but let's continue on.
Like that. Bro almost trips over the table as well, right? This person right here is like confused, just like all of us. This guy went pretty viral back then. Twitter was sharing him.
Shit,
everyone was loving it. It was like a great little funny moment. Now you have this moment here where now we're looking at CEO 2025 day 2, and you have the same player Doom once more showing up. And first, what this guy
we already saw that
was really interesting. Let me rewind a little bit. So he held up this sign saying Drake did it. Now this set here with Bilal was super interesting because he's going up against Bilal, right? We know how good the Pakistani players are, all of them, right? All of them are really good. But this guy was beating the Pakistani player Bilal, and he was key charging, like you see there. Every single round that this guy won, he key charged after, and he basically bodied Bilal. It was crazy seeing how effortlessly he was beating Bilal. And what was crazy about this too, after the set, so look, the set's about to end right here, right? So they're playing the final match. 2-2 is the score. His heat is running down. He's kind of doing a good job of poking the Brian Fury right here, which is Bilal. He's like really trying to like seal the deal. The guy's a great player, bro. I really think he should be a part of the Team US.
Okay, so let me fast forward to the toilet paper part. Okay, so he shows the toilet paper right here.
Off. He points to it. Ultra soft. Okay. Here's the thing. I got to go back so you guys can hear this. What?
Ultra soft?
What? All right, I'm going to fast forward.
Yeah, right.
Right here.
Dex, which is kind of like off to the left. And he is still holding the toilet paper, and watch what he does. Ultra soft. So he throws the toilet paper onto the decks, tosses it, whatever word you want to use, right? You got to be careful with your words.
That was a toss. That wasn't a throw. Come on.
Situation like this. Tosses the toilet paper onto the decks. They were saying, nope. Now they're both... Markman had his hand up trying to stop it. They're both kind of still laughing, chuckling in this moment. But listen. What? Markman pushes it off the decks. Now, the reason why I think Markman is acting the way that he's acting is because, you know, they pay people to have sponsors and have a Charmin all over the place. You can't really do that. Sponsors will be upset by that. So maybe that's why Markman was reacting the way that he's reacting. But some people are saying that he basically was disrespecting the commentators, Tekken, etc. Right? Once again, you guys can decide. But listen to what Markman says. Ultra soft.
Joe Budden. Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Someone give him a yellow card. Well-deserved yellow card.
That's red card. He out of there. That's crazy. So Markman says, give him a yellow card. I say, give him a red card. He's out of there. And a little bit later after this match happened, Tekken, when you take a look at the bracket on Smash.gg, or I think they call it Start.gg now, but you can see that he was eliminated. So you can see right here, he beat Bilal 2-0. That's the match I just broke down for you guys. But then you can see the Ralph match and the Trizzy match was his next two opponents, and he was disqualified. Now, it seems that, and I'll read it from my Twitter, Dr. Doom, which goes by the gamer tag of Joe Budden, was disqualified from CEO 2025 for tossing toilet paper at the commentators after defeating his opponent in Tekken 8. So a lot of people are talking about, you know, is the FGC going too soft? Or was this guy doing too much? We were discussing this on stream, and some people were saying that they didn't necessarily need to ban him. They could have just told him, hey, like, hey, don't do that. You know, put out a little tweet. Don't interact with the commentators. Let them do their job. Some people are saying that the disqualification is unnecessary. But I do think it's just interesting, like just the concept of live streaming, you know, allowing people to come up on stage. It's a very crazy thing. And like in this world where everyone is trying to go viral, I'm surprised. I'm shocked that we don't have more more crazy moments like this. And really, this one isn't even crazy. You just have a guy walking around with toilet paper, right? It's an interesting thing that the FGC is, and I hope...
All right, let's stop it right there. Like I said, link down below so you guys can check out the rest of the video. I don't know. Maybe he was walking around with toilet paper because he knew he was the shit. I don't know. I'm trying to look to see if I can find the guy. What was his name? Joe Budden? That's what he goes by? I'm finding the real Joe Budden. I ain't gonna find that motherfucker. Anyway, I don't know, y'all. Fucking Decerto did a story. Look at this. Literally an hour ago, a mysterious Tekken player named Joe Budden came to the fighting game. He beat a pro player without losing the game, only to get disqualified seconds later for throwing toilet paper at the commentators. Moonsault did it as well. Here you go. People that disqualified Joe Budden in the Tekken tournaments are... They're saying the people that disqualified him are ultra soft. There you go. So how you feeling about this, man? Joe Budden has been called online warrior who wouldn't win anything offline for years. Pulls up dressed as Doom, washes Pakistan, calls the Tekken 8 scene soft, throws TP at the commentators after W as a joke. TOs DQ him, proving they're ultra soft. Masterful work. Damn. How you feeling about that? Okay, now we got all the information. Now, obviously, not all the information. I can't find his side of the story. But I do see, I see the video, and it looks like that he's done this before. He's somehow good. He's a good player, and he ain't got no shame in the game. He's like, yo, I'm old school FGC. I'm in your face. That middle finger to the fucking camera. If anything, I would think he would get disqualified for that. Who the hell were the commentators and TOs for that? Well, Mark was, right? Mark was there. Mark was already familiar with his game. But my question is, I can see that. I can see that because that's pretty intense. And although back in the day, FGC, we probably just would have laughed. But now we do got bigger sponsors. You can't be doing that shit. You can't be flipping off the camera. You know what I'm saying? We've seen people do that to each other. And I guess that could be considered bad enough. But doing it to the camera, you can't do that. So I wouldn't be too shocked if that's where his red card or his disqualification came from. But this time around was no middle finger. It was him, same attitude, but it was him with toilet paper. Showing the toilet paper, they were laughing, and he tossed it. He didn't throw it. That was obviously a toss. It went bloop, bloop, bloop. Now, if it was a throw, it would have hit one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, miss me with that. And Spooky laughed, because I think Spooky got that edge. You know what I'm saying? Spooky probably seen shit like that before, laugh at shit like that. You know, he's used to that shit from New York. And when you could see when Mark said, give him the red card, he went, Spooky literally did like a double take, like, so, okay, that's what we doing. Mark actually already felt some type of way. It hit a nerve. I don't know why. It seems soft as shit. Oh, it does seem soft as shit, I gotta tell you. Now, there's levels to this where you're like, hey, crossing the line, you're doing too much. I agree with that. I do agree with the fact that this can all the way be considered doing too much. You shouldn't go behind the scenes because I don't know if you guys have ever been to a fucking tournament, but a lot of these times the commentators are not just right next to the fucking stand. You have to go behind like a curtain or a setup to get to them. So the fact that he went over there so freely, which let's be real, you can, because there's not like they have fucking security guards or anything like that. But the fact that he took that upon himself to do and then did it, he obviously probably thought this will be an ultimate troll, probably a viral moment. Could make the argument saying no mixed signals because as an adult, you should know better. But I think we're in a weird gray area because we're FGC, baby. You're here live on stream. People do crazy shit on stream all the time, usually dressing up, weird controllers. Hell, we saw a naked Tekken tournament the other day. Motherfuckers all took their shirts off. That was the best thing in the world, remember? Everybody, ooh, the greatest tournament ever. We do weird shit on streaming. We love it. FGC, right? Yeah, let's go. But now we getting banned for throwing toilet paper. I don't know, yo. I don't know. I do feel it's coming off soft. I feel like there should be some better communication, a warning. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it should be stern. Like, you cross this barrier, you gone. Not only from here, but since we run most of these tournaments, we know everybody. Your name might be on the list. That's what I think. To let him do the middle finger and that shit fly, and then go here, and then all of a sudden ban for the tournament without a warning, I think it's poor taste. That's me. Y'all let me know. Y'all might be looking at it different, like, nah, it's a zero tolerance. That's bullshit. You should know better. You're an adult. But how are y'all feeling? Are you taking it from that point, like, nope, zero tolerance? Like, we ain't fucking around like that. You know what I'm saying? I do think about that comment that I just read, the one I said, think about the one that says, I've missed seeing this. People dissing their opponents without violence. And so far, that's what we saw from Joe Budden, right? Or MF Doom. Just unfortunate that he got disqualified. I would hope that if they disqualified him like that, that they would at least talk to him and be like, yo, you can come back, but just know this is what it is. I hope they don't do some bullshit like disqualify him and be like, okay, you're banned. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's just not that, because that's lame as hell. There needs to be better communication, but that's just me. Anyway, how y'all feeling? Thank you for joining me for this Button Check Unplugged. It is Saturday late night. Tomorrow is Father's Day, so I will be posting tomorrow, but it'll just be one video. We got more action. How you feeling on this weird ass topic? Should he got banned? Should he stay? Are we ultra soft? How you feeling? Let me know.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
You can!